Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news there was for the week January 16th to January 22nd, 2009. In movie news, Jeff Trexler at Newsarama.com recently posted an update on the ongoing legal battle between Jerry Siegel's family and Warner Brothers and DC Comics over the rights to Superman. However, Superman fans may be more interested in the fact that previously unseen movie scripts were released as evidence in the case. 6 different Superman Lives and Superman Reborn scripts can be downloaded in a 794-page PDF file from Newsarama.com. In TV news, worldsfinestonline.com conducted an interview with Michael Rosenbaum. During the interview, they asked him about his role as Lex Luthor on Smallville, and he said, "I don't think anyone has really let the idea that I'm not coming back actually sink in." The CW source posted the first part of a new 2-part video interview with the Smallville actor Sam Witwer. Jason C. talked to Sam about the events taking place during the episode titled Bride and what will happen to Davis now that he's aware of Doomsday. The CW released a gallery of promotional cast photos for the current season of Smallville. There are 9 photos in total. The CW also released a few 2009 posters of the cast. Peter McDermott has updated our Smallville episode guide with his summary of the Season 8 episode Legion, while Neal Bailey and Douglas Trumbull have written their reviews for this same episode, with both guys giving this highly anticipated episode a solid 4 out of 5. EW's Michael Osiello revealed that the CW is looking to remake Melrose Place into a modern TV series, enticing Smallville showrunners Darren Swimmer and Todd Slavkin to take the reins of the new rebooted series. Should Swimmer and Slavkin depart, fellow executive producers Kelly Souders and Brian Peterson would likely become the primary showrunners if there is a Season 9. Stay tuned. Justin Hartley, who plays Oliver Queen on Smallville, appeared on the Bonnie Hunt show in the US on Thursday, January 22nd. Justin spoke about Season 8 and an eye injury he got on the set. The 12th episode of Season 8 of Smallville, titled Bulletproof, aired in the US on Thursday, January 22nd, and saw Clark go undercover as a cop to discover who shot John Jones. Look for our episode summary and reviews on the website soon. The day before this episode aired, the CW released 3 preview clips. All contain scenes with Justin Hartley as Oliver Queen, Green Arrow. The CW has also released 22 images from next week's episode titled Power. This episode will air on January 29th and marks the directorial debut of Alison Mack. Looking further ahead, TVGuide.com revealed that actress Surinder Swan has been cast in the role of Zatanna for an upcoming episode of Smallville. Swan will appear in the season's 17th episode, Hex, as a magician who grants birthday girl Chloe a wish. The Superman homepage scored an exclusive interview with Superman writer Elliot S. Maggin to discuss his illustrious career as both a comic book writer and novelist. Read the entire exclusive interview at the website now. DC Comics announced that Final Crisis number 6, the penultimate issue of the miniseries, is going back to press for a second printing. The new printing will feature a pencils-only version of Doug Mahnke's art from the final page of the issue. The second printing will be in stores on January 28th, the same day as Final Crisis number 7. The Superman homepage Ask Matt fan forum has been updated once again. Matt Idelson, DC Comics editor of the Superman comic books, answers your questions about the Superman books. Come by the website now to check out what Matt had to say. DC Comics unveiled their April 2009 solicitations. We highlighted for you all the Superman-related comics and products set to be released in April. Of special note was the continuation of the stories coming out of the new Krypton Aftermath. WizardUniverse.com spoke with writer Kurt Busiek about the ongoing 52-issue weekly Trinity comic book series. Superman comic books we reviewed this week included Action Comics 873, which was reviewed by Neal Bailey, who simply said, "That was awesome," and he gave it a 5 out of 5. Barry Fryman reviewed Final Crisis number 6, saying, "The issue is so uneven," and he gave it a 2 out of 5. Neil, Jeffrey and Barry all reviewed Trinity number 33, and all gave it a 1 out of 5 once again, although Neil did enjoy the backup story. Super Friends number 11 was reviewed by Adam DeChannel, who rated it a 1 out of 5, saying, "Why the heck is this book still in existence?" Lastly, Jeffrey Taylor stepped back in time to January 1963 and reviewed Superman 158, which featured the first ever appearance of Nightwing and Flamebird. Superman comics shipping this week from January 21st include Black Lightning Year 1 number 2, Final Crisis Superman Beyond number 2, which also comes in a variant cover, Justice League of America number 29, Supergirl number 37, Superman Batman Annual number 3, Tangent Superman's Reign number 11, Trinity number 34, Superman Shadows Linger trade paperback, Justice League of America Lightning Saga trade paperback, and Justice League of America Sanctuary hardcover. In other news, Neal will be a special guest at the 2009 Phoenix Comic Con being held at the Mesa Convention Center in Mesa, Arizona across January 23rd to 25th. Also attending is Yuri Lowenthal, who voiced the role of Superman in Legion of Superheroes animated series. DC Comics' April solicitations mentioned earlier revealed one interesting tidbit that Superman fans might find interesting. Amongst the solicitations from DC Direct is the Blackest Night Series 1 action figures, where an image of one of the figures is blacked out. However, the description associated with the release clearly indicates who the character is, Earth 2 Superman, the first member of the lifeless and motionless Black Lanterns to be revealed. Sony Online Entertainment released more images and artwork from the DC Universe Online game. No exact release date has been set as yet, however the game will be released this year sometime. Superman homepage reviewer James Lance continues reviewing story arcs from the 1940s Superman radio series. Come by the site now to read his review of Dead Man's Secret. And that's all the Superman related news there was for the week, January 16th to 22nd. There won't be a speeding bulletin next week as I'll be away. The next speeding bulletin will likely be posted in just over 2 weeks' time. Until then, I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Stealing comic books. Who does it? Do you do it? Does she do it? Did he do it? How do you do it? Me, Neal Bailey, on the internet, speaking to a public audience, could never, in a million years, condone or advocate stealing comic books. In fact, to anyone who does, they get a sigh to the face. You know, just like, ah! It's wrong. Don't ever do it. Don't ever download the program, and don't ever search the site for comics. That is the wrong thing to do if you're poor and trying to get cheap comics and want to share in the art form. And I can say this with a straight face because I've known some people, some nasty, awful brigands, some pirates of the internet, some horrible people who don't use the series of tubes for its intention, the conveyance of information, but rather use it for nefarious stealing of royalties from rightfully owning corporate entities. So, these people that I speak of, who shall remain unnamed and are horrible people, they need to basically sometimes preview things so they know what's good and what's crap. And whereas a normal person like me would just borrow Trinity from a friend or some other comic book that stinks, this brigand, this awful person, could thereby sample things and find new comic books that are great, that are underrated, that people tend to avoid because they're afraid to spend some money on something that isn't tried and tested for them. I knew a guy, his name was Lean, L-A-E-N, and he basically found the whole run of Preacher online, and he never would have discovered Preacher, and then he read Preacher online, this awful, horrible brigand, and then all of a sudden he bought all of the trades and put money in Garth Ennis's pocket. Now, granted, everyone doesn't do this, but that's an example of where these awful thieving comics might be able to make up for their moral reprobate in some way, and create maybe some kind of new structure where digitized comics actually provide revenue to creators instead of being awful corporation destroying things. Bailey Planet is sponsored by Gibbo.